What is the Nightscapades?
Nightscapades. By definition, the word nightscapades can be broken down into two separate things: night and escapades.
What happened is, back then I was with my ex-girlfriend, and I constantly went out at night. So, in the end, I will of course naturally end up not replying her, and then she keeps on saying, Why do you keep going out late at night? So, you and your boys always going out on these nightscapades. So, that's when we decided that we're going to call ourselves Nightscapades.
So Nightscapades is basically a formation of different individuals from different perspectives, from different backgrounds, where all of them come together, from friends to brothers and so on and so forth.
It's a brotherhood of people who were strangers, and now we are the closest of friends.
Nightscapades to me is an avenue of happiness to drive you away from all the stressful working conditions that you have at work.
So, but essentially, Nightscapades is just a bunch of us boys who get together late at night. We come together for tea.
And we do lots of funny things together. Most of it I shall not say, but to sum it up, it has been the most memorable, enjoyable, sometimes ridiculous experiences that we have gone together as the first bunch of friends.
10 years down the road, Nightscapades grew big and bigger and biggest.
If you want to know more, maybe you can we sit down, drink tea, and we talk.
Well, the Nightscapades consists of a handful of members, and I think throughout the years we have a lot of people that actually came and went. But the essence of Nightscapades is essentially those who came but didn't go lah.
There are a few strong members, or rather executive members, I would say. First of all is Azli,
Azhar,
Daniel,
Azwan,
Lukman,
Moran, and then there are people or friends, should I say, that we meet along the way, like Zach,
Amali,
Ama,
and lastly the newest guy, Kai.
did I miss out anyone? Ishad. Last but not least, yes, Ishad. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Azli. I am 26 this year. I'm working as an account executive at Salt Creatives.
Azli. Okay. I want to eat some. You don't mind? I eat.
Azli.
Azli.
Azli. Wow, Azli. Wow.
well, Azli.
Azli. So Azli,
To me, Azli is one of the most patient guy I've ever met.
Azli was a guy that I really admired in secondary school.
He was in the soccer team. He was a student councillor. He was very good with the ladies. I guess you can call him a jock.
He was everything that I was not. Like, he was a soccer star. He was not okay. He was a soccer star lah. He was a soccer star. All the girls were crazy over him. He knew how to. He was quite of a charmer as well.
The first time I met him was actually in primary school. During our sepak takraw match, I looked up to him because he was pretty good at that game.
Apart from that, apart from soccer, he's also a good friend. He also gives advice.
He is the person that we come to and come to ask for solutions to our problems.
And he's someone who is there to give you advice if you need him. In the wee morning, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., if you need anyone, give him a call lah. Yeah.
To me, he's a very emotional guy, but that's an advantage to me and to everyone because he understands and he listens to people's feelings. He likes to listen to people problems. I don't know why he likes to listen to people problems. I think because he doesn't have enough problems to listen. That's why he loves to listen to people problems, and he always have the solution to it. That's the best thing.
He is a guy who tries to please everyone. He doesn't want anyone in the group or in the Nightscapades to feel left out or, to be ostracized. He always tries to be diplomatic about everything. He always tries to put others before himself, which makes him a very kind soul.
He will forgo his school, he will forgo meeting his girlfriend at times, at times. And he'll forgo a lot of things for his friends.
Very dedicated guy. Been through a lot with him. Literally one of the nicest guy I know in the world. Someone that would go all out for his friends. He likes to please everyone. He doesn't like to see anyone in a very bad light.
He likes to organize things, especially birthday parties. Usually, you see, all of our birthday parties, right, is perfect except him. Except himself. His birthday party is always like, not as great as ours because the way he planned it's marvelous. He gathers the whole kampung down.
Though one thing bad about him is his punctuality. He always oversleeps. He doesn't wake up on time. Yeah, it takes a lot of calls or people to go to his house to wake him up.
There were times that he pisses his friends off by waking up late, which he still does, and it irritates me all the time because I'm the type of person who is always punctual.
When you say there's always a soft part to every guy, to me, he is the soft guy, and the soft part is everything soft. There's nothing hard about him, from head to toe. So he's a bit funny. But yeah, he's a nice guy.
I would say that he's the heart and soul of Nightscapades. Without him, I wouldn't think that everybody in our group would gel as much as what it is, and it wouldn't even be what it is now.
He's the one who makes the team hold together.
Yeah.
Any issues, he'll be the one who always give the sympathy to everyone. And he always wants to take the shits, and that's him.
The best man.
He is the gel, this gel. And without him, seriously, Nightscapade will not even exist. We will not be where we are without Azli. No Azli's help too.
My name is Muhammad Azhar bin Abdul Rahim. I'm 26 and I'm working as a sales manager in MAN Diesel and Turbo Singapore Private Limited.
Okay, Azhar is someone where I've never met such a human being in my life before. Azhar, I cannot describe to him. You open a book, you ask the smartest man in the world a particular adjective of Azhar, he cannot describe.
Azhar is black.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Apart from his black, he is my buddy. And why would I say he's my buddy? Because he's the only crazy one who can layan me to run my 42 kilometer, my first ever marathon.
If I was to go back when I was 14 and tell my 14-year-old self that years later one of your closest friends will be Azhar, I wouldn't believe.
Me and Azhar, we were from the same secondary school. We were from Ahmad Ibrahim Secondary School, and we hated each other. Like, we really hated each other's guts. I really didn't like him for the fact that he was an arrogant bastard.
I'll put Azhar as a big ego. Ego fella. He
fella.
always thinks he's the number one, I'm the best in everything.
Azhar didn't talk to his brother for almost 5 years because, he fight because of computer. So, because of computer, he fight with his brother for 5 years. I tell him, what the fuck, man, this guy is stupid black shit. So, I tell him, okay, you talk to your brother, it's your brother after a while. So, everything came good for him. Azhar to me is a very dedicated person to his studies and to his family.
I would say Azhar is the most studious among us. He is very, very hardworking. No one can beat him when it comes to studies. He is the ultimate studying machine.
Azhar is a really, really disciplined guy. I mean, I have never known anyone who can sit in one spot and study for 6 hours. Like, how is that even possible?
Azhar is the kind of person where he is very, very disciplined. One word, Azhar is disciplined.
He can study from morning till night, and it's just insane lah. Very hard worker. He's an aspiring C-class executive, so I have faith in him that he can actually really do well for himself.
He's book smart lah, which is something that I am totally, which I'm yeah, like I said, I'm the exact opposite.
Academic wise, he's top notch lah. He's up there among us lah, at least. But among other Indians, I'm not quite too sure.
All of us have our own weaknesses, but his weaknesses are quite dangerous. I must say, very, very dangerous, even criminal to begin. So, my definition of Azhar: nice guy, hardworking, I love him, my reggaeton bro, but dangerous.
Alright, what about...
ISIS type of dangerous, terrorist type of dangerous.
Fair enough.
Yeah. My name is Azwan Rahim. I'm 26 years old this year. Born in 1989. I work as a recruitment consultant in a company called Spring Professional.
Azwan, basically, he's a very, how would I say, most of the time cranky.
Like all of us label him as a cranky fella.
He's most of the time cranky, sentimental, but we have to accept that because everyone has a different perspective, different background.
To simply put, right, he's like a rich white man growing up in a ghetto neighborhood and trying to fit in with all, the bad influence and then like the naughty kids.
When he wants to get out of his comfort zone, it's a bit hard for him because he has a choice not to do it.
The first time when I met him, I was a bit confused because I don't know whether this guy is really okay in his mind or I don't know.
Azwan is a jerk. He's just a jerk. He just keeps on mumbling and rambling and keeps making dumb noises with his mouth. He has nothing better to say most of the time. But
if it wasn't for Azwan, we wouldn't have a lot of the lingo that we use. We wouldn't be calling each other cats. We wouldn't be calling our girlfriends names.
I think unfortunately recently he faced, I think, one of his biggest hurdle in his life when his mother passed away, I think a few years back.
So we are all doing our best to be here for him. If he needs us, he will be here. If he opens up, we will be here for him lah.
at the end of the day, I think it's his inability to express his feelings. So he does really stupid things.
I think he's okay. The reason why I say I think because he is someone who don't really share much about his personal life or his emotions lah, for that matter. Usually when we try to get into a serious conversation about feelings and emotions and all, he is the master of Siam lah.
And I would say that he's funny, and of course everyone in Nightscapades are funny, but I think he's funny in another sense that is special to Nightscapades as well.
Azwan play an important role in my life because his smile is very white and he makes me happy, you know.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm 26 years old and I am currently self-employed.
So Daniel to me is a very easy guy. He's a very good guy. He gets well along with me. We share our stories together, our many girlfriends' breakups together, we share, you know.
I feel very comfortable talking to him about a lot of stuff, which I feel very hesitant to talk to with the other people in the group.
He is the kind of guy where I can depend on. Someone where I trust.
He's a very nice guy, always there for me too, you know. I give him a call, he will just say okay. He give me a call, I'll say okay too. You know, it's a very fast conversation.
Among the Nightscapades, he is the person who is the most opinionated. He will have his thoughts on something and he will never change it. But that can be a double-edged sword, you see.
When he does take a decision, he will do it. he won't think twice about it. And that's something good about him. Like, I didn't expect him to start his own company without much capital.
given the circumstances that it's make or break for him. And I think it's a very respectable thing to do, and just like pack everything, start it up, get it going, and I'm really happy for him that it's going well now.
Yep, and it's daring of him to leave a job to set up his own business. And he's one of the strong people in this Nightscapades as well.
He's the kind of person that won't show much emotion, but deep down he's actually very sad.
I think he's a very shy guy, you know, because Daniel, to me, is very chubby. You know, when chubby people get shy, it's very obvious, you know.
Now he's the fat boy in our kid that we all love. So hopefully one day he will slim down and he won't be so fat and ugly anymore.
Hola, my name is Cristiano Ronaldo. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Moransi Hojadzadeh, and my occupation is an engineer at a Keppel shipyard, and I'm currently 26 years old.
Moransi is a clown. He is who we call Waransi. Why do we call him Waransi? Is because he always makes appointments and he doesn't turn up.
The first time I saw him was outside McDonald's, Cathay McDonald's. And then I saw this guy, skinny fella, and he was walking like that, walking towards me.
I can still remember the his exact face when I saw him. I feel like just punching his face, you know.
With his hair, oh my god, what's up with his hair? Basically 3 strands of hair is like twisted down to the front. So you have like a freaking pitchfork in front of his forehead.
He had this long hair, this hair's all the way down. Nobody really liked him. I didn't like him at all. Didn't really like him at all. Very arrogant, very boastful. Yeah.
I can't blame him. It's his personality. He's rather loud, rather noisy, but that's just the way he is.
Initially when I thought of Moran, I thought he was the most obnoxious dude on earth. I mean, like, there is no one who has a bigger head than him. He thinks he is the center of the world.
I can understand why he don't have much fame because of his arrogance. But the more you get to know him and growing up with him, right, you realize that he's hard on the outside, you know, rough edges and all, but inside he's pudding.
No, there was one point of time we were actually at our friend's place, Yusma, and then we were talking, and suddenly he broke down and cried, and his mucus was all over his face. It was stupid. It's ridiculous how he can cry and over stupid things like that. And he calls me the crybaby when he's the one crying all the time.
Moran is very rough around the edges. Very rough around the edges. But underneath it all, he's a very caring person.
Time passes and you realize that he's actually quite the nice guy.
You know that Moran has good intentions whenever he tries to do something or whenever he tries to give advice. But sometimes, somehow or other, the way he expresses it, it doesn't sound like, you know, he has that good intention. But after knowing him for like almost 10 years, you kind of get to know his language. When he says certain things, he means well.
So yeah, that's Moransi for you. The Nightscapades version of a jackass.
My name is
Lokman Adam.
still studying, but at the same time working with Dan for his company.
Lokman has always been known as the weird guy. Damn weird guy.
The way he thinks is like a primary school kid to me. Yeah, how a primary school kid thinks.
I would like to describe Lokman as a child in a man's body.
So you imagine he thinks like a small kid, but he acted out like a big kid. It's very funny, you know. Then that's why he's a very nice kid.
Right? Sometimes he will just surprise me with very random acts. Like his outbursts lah. He's damn crazy lah. He's a goofy guy lah. But one of the nicer guys that I know.
Okay. Let me think of the things that I can't say on national television. You see, Lokman is the most impulsive fella ever. So we were sitting around, and then we randomly saw this lizard. So what he does is he looks at it, he turns his head, he catches it, he puts it inside a chewing gum wrapper, he burns it, and then he eats the freaking lizard. He eats the freaking lizard.
Well, Lukman is another extravagant person in our group.
He is also has his own passion, interesting passion, wrestling. Something that we don't teach our kids. We don't teach our kids whether they want to be a wrestler. So he likes doing wrestling.
Lukman is our wrestler. He is our wrestler because it's his hobby. His size fits him to be a wrestler. It's his passion.
I think among the rest of us, he is most probably the most patient guy. He can take a lot of criticism, although the boys can be a little hard on him sometimes.
He hasn't really impressed me.
I can tell that sometimes it does hurt, but I know that he knows they mean well. Yeah, he's a funny dude. He can really cheer you up.
Actually, to me, Lukman is a very funny guy. To me, he's funny. So I'm funny. You see the difference? I'm funny, but to me, he's funny. So, so you know where the different lies, Okay?
Okay. That's the one for you. Ice cream man.
My name is Amali, Muhammad Amali bin Rosli. I'm 26 and I'm working as a police officer.
Okay, Amali is chirpy guy, happy guy.
Amali, he's a very nice guy. He's a very humble guy.
He's the kind of person that won't brag so much. Amali is like a sometimes here, sometimes there kind of person.
But he came into the picture quite late, I would say, because of certain circumstances that I shall not say lah. And now that he is in the group, we can see that he's trying to assimilate more with us, trying to spend more time with us. You can see he puts the effort lah.
Amali is has a very high pitched noise to his voice. Sometimes it can be very irritating, but it's like one of his endearing qualities, so to speak.
The chicken voice.
He has a particular interesting sound, very unique sound. A bit of I don't know. A human being cannot imitate his sounds. Sometimes you can just imitate a particular sound, but you cannot imitate Amali's voice.
Ama, I would say, is the big brother of the group. He is the big brother that I never had.
Yeah, basically he's like the bigger brother in the group, the conservative bigger brother in the group.
It's so-called like a abang adik thing where you go to him and ask for his opinion as well.
To me, Amar is a very well-mannered guy. He likes to laugh a lot.
That is his trademark sound.
I think everybody will agree Amma is very down to earth. Very down to earth. He has been with the love of his life, Leah, I think since secondary school. Something that not a lot of us can say.
Leah, they have been together for a very long time and very funny couple, I should say. Sometimes they are very, very cute between one another.
During his wedding, whereby I can see that he was really showing his emotions to us and how glad he feels that we are there to help him out and be there for him. So whatever help that he needs, we were there for him.
Right now, he's happily married to his high school sweetheart. And that in itself, right, is something very endearing.
He was the first among us to get married. He was the first among us to get pregnant. Of course, technically he didn't get pregnant. Leah got pregnant. Congratulations, by the way. By the time you see this video, most probably you'll be due in 1 month. And we are really excited to see Noor Arisa be born into the first into the second generation of the Nightscapades. So congratulations. Inshallah, when she will be born, she'll be healthy and you all will lead a happy life.
If you look up the dictionary here and you find the word fierce, a face of Zack would be there.
Zack is the most courageous kid you will ever meet in your life.
Always wants the best.
I agree.
He's the number one of all.
Number one of all. He wants to
Corner
be
king,
first.
he wants to be first,
Yeah.
everything is him.
One day we sit down in a coffee shop. I bought a Kawasaki KR, and then suddenly you see this fella from across the coffee shop. Bear in mind that we have never said a word to each other, and the first thing he says to me is, "Hey, you buy KR ah? Come, let me see your bike."
Back in our 2B days, our two-stroke days, it was the best time of my life, man.
The day when I passed my bike, after 1 week, he brought me to the track, and I fell off, and my hand had stitches.
When you ask him something, make sure you are serious about it. If not, don't bother even opening your mouth to mention it.
He's the only one, apart from Azhar, who can layan me, go seconding, go Malacca, go anywhere. If you tell him, he will be on.
This guy is is one of a kind. His enthusiast level is the highest.
When you need him, he's there. And someone where you can trust being there for us.
It's really touching to see that no matter how busy he is, he always makes time to come down during the important events. I guess that's the most important thing, because at the end of the day, family, friends, it's all you have, man.
Irshad.
Irshad, oh my god.
Irshad is our Gigi. We call him the Irshad Gigi because of his teeth.
He has his difference in terms of his ambition. Right?
Recently, he has picked up cycling for the past few years. After realizing that he's not good in soccer like most of his friends in Nightscapades.
He's very odd to me, He's not like a human, The way he lead his life is very funny.
He treated us rojak, bro. He treated us rojak, no.
The only thing that I wish that he can do in his life is to find someone he loves.
Irshad, if you are here listening to me, get yourself a girl, You see, God created the man and the woman, If he were to have your mindset, he only create a man and cycle the whole world. So you imagine 6 billion people having bicycle and cycling around the world. It doesn't make sense to God. Hey, God, what the hell, man?
Qayyum. Qayyum is a very interesting chap.
Well, the first time we met actually was with Zach.
Qayyum, we know each other I know him through Zach. Zach, as usual, motorcycle. He has a lot of friends, and Qayyum was one of them.
He is very spirited, especially in what he does, which is sales.
He's a good guy, He likes to sell printers, and he likes to ride bike.
So whatever his deep dark secrets, we have yet to know lah, because he's also quite seldom around.
It's very hard to say which is the best memory. Like, I think it's because it doesn't matter where we are. You can put us in a coffee shop, you can put us in freaking Old Changi Hospital, you can put us anywhere on the globe, it doesn't matter. It won't matter, because what matters is we have us, our company, and the joy and laughter that we have when we do meet. I guess that's the most important thing.
When you say best, right, at different times of growing up, there were certain parts where this was the best, this was the best, this was the best. But if you're talking in the context of now, or like recently, to me, the best memory was definitely Bali.
One of the events would be the trip, where we go to Bali together.
Well, the best memories have to be those that we go overseas together.
In Batam, where Moran freaking threw Maggie mee all over the floor and wet the entire floor. In Bali, where Lokman got naked and jumped around the whole villa, showing us his ice cream. Where Dan climbed on top of the gate, and we thought he was a ghost.
To Malacca with our super force. The recent one to Bali, and all those important events we have during the New Year's and all, they are all good memories because we have a lot of fun together. We do all the crazy things together.
But if you're telling me to pick one, there's definitely every day we look forward to something that's going to top the next biggest memory that we have.
Best memories is actually ever ongoing. Every time we lepak, it's good, it's funny, and it's different. Different types of laughter, different things to joke about. It relieves you of the stress.
Well, the worst memories have to be the ones that we have our internal fights.
Particularly bad memories are perhaps some of our internal conflicts, internal disagreements.
Wow. Worst memory. Of course, there aren't many, because no matter how bad a situation can be, it always turns out funny when it comes to the Nightscapades. But the worst memory I would have to say is during the divide, the Great Divide.
I think the worst was what I called the Great Divide.
A little context for you. This is when me and Dan, we got into a little scuffle. I was a little irresponsible and did a few things that shouldn't have been done.
That fight really broke the Nightscapades apart. It was literally like going through a parent's divorce. And it was sad because the others, they had to pick sides.
And I didn't like it because I had to choose between two groups when I only wanted just one.
And it was actually very messy because on one day I and Moran had to lepak with Azli and Azhar. On another we got to lepak with Dan. And when both of them see each other across the road, they don't even say hello. They don't even shake hands, don't even salam.
When Azli and Daniel fights, they tend to be very egoistic and not give in and say sorry.
But these are the people I call my brothers, and to see them fight over something which is very, very stupid really broke my heart.
I know at that point Moran and Azhar tried their best to hang out with me. And then Azli, at that time he had a different group of friends during the fallout period.
I was hanging out with weirdos, drinking every other day, doing really dumb stuff every other day. Like, I really didn't know what I was doing in my life.
I think he told me that he wants to move on in life without us, so I thought it was the end.
And after a year, then I brought it upon myself to bury the hatchet. It was a difficult period. I mean, as difficult as the fallout was, getting back together was even tougher because I knew that at that time I didn't trust him that much. But you can see that he actually took the effort to gain back my trust, and I'm glad he did. And I'm glad he was able to put egos aside, and I was able to put my ego aside and to reconcile. Because at the end of the day, if we look back now, 10 years ago, it was pretty silly. Why we had to go through that.
Till this day, if I could take back what I did, I would. That's a given fact. I mean, like, to have caused that grief in our friendship, it's something that I don't think was necessary. But we're past that now. And I'm glad that as friends that we are together and we're back stronger than ever. And that's the most important thing.
I'm so happy that we are back together again. And I really hope that nothing like that will ever tear us apart.
Till today, 10 years later, I can gladly say that it will last forever. Because we have gone through the bitter stage. That is, to me, is the most important stage. The bitter stage we have passed through, and the rest is just a flow and more greater memories to come.
What does the Nightscapades mean to me?
Nightscapades, I would say to me, to just sum it up, blood. Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, it means a lot to me, whereby when I'm always at work, I always get tense up at work with customers, with bosses, with colleagues. But when I check my phone and a lot of the messages came from that group chat, I know that I'm going to be distressed.
I think Nightscapades actually mean my achievements, what I have now. Because you see, these achievements cannot be achieved without their help. It's obvious, you know. I wasn't anyone back then. Today, I'm not saying I'm someone, but at least I'm achieved something in life, you know, because these people actually helped me.
But at the end of the day, I know that these are people that I can rely on. These are my brothers, you know. These are people that will always be there in my life to share the good and share the bad with as well.
This is a very unique group I have. You know, I have lots of friends outside, but then they are just a friend. This, I would say, Nightscapades is all about brotherhood together. Launching life together and looking forward for each other and take care of each other in the future. I would say there's a very unique group that I have, among my friends that I have in my friend list.
It's not easy to find friends like this, you know, like intact together. You know, like I got colleagues here and there, I got a lot of friends, but they're all scattered all around, you know, like, but we are like, you know, like one strong team together, you know.
I would say Nightscapades is one of my closest friends or family that I have. Yes, I have a lot of families. I have one family. I have a lot of friends, but yes, Nightscapades is one of them that is closest to my heart.
To be honest, I'm not fortunate enough to have a very strong relationship with my family. I mean, I love my family, no doubt. Sometimes I can't really express my thoughts that well and my emotions, but with the Nightscapades, it's a different story. I can be myself, and I know they'll judge me, but at the end of the day, they'll still accept me for who I am.
I see the Nightscapades as my brothers, as a family that I had the privilege to choose to be with. Even though we were not born into the same family, but everybody has a choice to make their own family. It doesn't mean that you only have one. And they are my extended family.
Nightscapades is family to me. And I hope that this family won't be taken away from me.
So that's what Nightscapades mean to me. Family. What's that, Lilo and Stitch reference? Ohana, is it?
Ohana means family.
Ohana means family. So therefore, Nightscapades means Ohana. Signing out.
And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.